Hi there, my name is Erica Rivington. I'm the Oak Hill Prep School Counselor and Educational Psychologist. And parents, today I want to talk to you about your children's anxiety. A lot can be said about anxiety, and it's something that a lot, if not all, children have experienced in the past few weeks. But today I'm only going to focus on a few practical tips and considerations. First of all, considering your own anxiety, yourself, how am I dealing with anxiety? And how anxious am I? And how are my children able to see my anxiety? This might just make a massive difference in showing your children how to cope with it or being a little bit less anxious in front of them. Number two, know your individual child. Look out for certain behavioral traits that might be a little bit out of sorts for your child. These might be physical symptoms like regressing and wetting his bed again, excessive nail biting, constant tummy cramps, etc. It might also be behavioral, like throwing big aggressive tantrums, or even cognitive by sharing certain thoughts about fears of monsters or of being killed. So know what is out of the norm for your child and what might be a clear indication of anxiety. Number three, acknowledge and welcome anxiety. No emotion should be swept under the rug. Rather, acknowledge it and talk about it. It should never be fixed or just avoided, but rather attended to. Number four, talk to your child. Perhaps the most important point of all. Be open, be available, and be willing to discuss whatever is on your child's mind and creating stress or discomfort. Also, use fact-based information to talk to your child about the virus. Do not let sensationalized ideas about the virus sweep you away and create even more anxiety. Number five, reframe scary thoughts. If your child is old enough to identify a specific thought that scares him, look at it and unpack it and try and reframe it to turn it into something more realistic. An example is if your child is scared of the virus and that he believes that going to school might be the end because we all might get this virus. Rather reframe that thought. Show your child what we can do and what we can't do and how that thought is really not realistic. Number six, yes, focus on what we can control versus what we can't. It gives us a sense of still knowing what to do when we know how to wash our hands, how to wear our masks, sticking to the regulations, instead of feeling completely out of control with what this virus is doing, what is happening in the rest of the world, or even what decisions the president is making. Number seven, introduce healthy coping styles to your child. These can be things like breathing techniques, physical exercise, drawing, writing, anything that helps your child to alleviate that feeling of anxiety. Show your child how to do it and affirm him for feeling better afterwards. Lastly, ask for professional help. Do not hesitate to stand up and ask a question or raise a concern. It is definitely worth it. Speak to your child's teacher or contact me at school at e.revington@oakhill.co.za. I will be more than happy to assist further. Thank you for listening and take care.